y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here to do like a Hot Topics little whoop wop, right? So I already did my Whoopi Goldberg video. That's about 22 minutes. Go watch it. I had some questions I want to learn, and I had some questions. You know, I'm a student. I'm a student of the people, right? And I want to know. I have some questions. So go watch that video. If you have the answers to my questions or can point me in the right direction of some resources so that I can expand my knowledge as it relates to this idea, because, girl, okay, so anyways, let's talk about what's in the blogs. In the blogs. Now I sponsor the blogs.
I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something.
Now I sponsor the blogs. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, let me start from the oldest. Let me start from the oldest. It says, this is from the Jasmine brand. This was 5 days ago. The girl's a little late, okay? But it says, Julia Fox allegedly dated Drake a year before Kanye relationship. It looks like Julia Fox had an interesting dating history before getting with Ye. While Julia Fox and Kanye West's new romance has been the talk of the town, it looks like the 31-year-old actress was previously dating another rap legend. Reportedly, Fox dated Drake a year before linking up with Kanye. Sources say Drake allegedly slid into Fox's DMs to compliment her for her performance in 2019's Uncut Gems. Oh, she was in that? That's the movie with Adam Sandler, right? I gotta go see it again. Anyways, at the time, Julia Fox was in a relationship with her longtime boyfriend, Peter Artemiev, you know, the one that is the strip club hopping, drug addicted, alcoholic, deadbeat baby daddy that left her with a 5-month-old and a dog and unpaid bills. Well, the baby just turned 1 the other day, and they was together down at the beach or something like that with the baby. Did y'all see it? Um, according to report, Drake then showed up to Bloomingdale's the next day where Fox was doing a promotional gig. They closed down the store so he could visit. Julia Fox reportedly flew to LA just a few days after Valentine's Day, where Drake gifted her with 2 Birkin bags. The source claims she later went to the rapper's hometown of Canada to see him. Unfortunately, the trip was cut short due to COVID. They were closing the border and she got back home. The alleged romance ended when Fox, full story on Jasmine brand. Honey, she was trying to find, let me tell you something what she was trying to do. I was going to say, you know what? There's this idea that these white women would not mess with these niggas if they didn't have money. But I see white girls with broke niggas all the time. So I don't understand how that goes together. I do, because I be seeing them. I'm like, he's not rich. She can't be with him because he got money. It's something else. She with him for something else because he look broke. That's how I be like, what you with him for? Because y'all say, that's what y'all say, that y'all say that the white girls, she wouldn't get with you. She wouldn't get with you if you didn't have no money. Is that true? Because these white girls be scooping up these dusties, girl. They be dusty with money or not, honey. With commas or not. It's the mindset. It's like dust. Like they just, the little hair just shaking. It's just dust coming out. Julia Fox is trying to find, I was about to say she's trying to find her a man with some money. I don't know. Drake is corny to me. Drake used to be cute, but he's corny. He's corny to me now. He is. I started watching that Bill Cosby documentary, baby. Where are my notes? Baby, that Bill Cosby documentary is something else. Are y'all watching it? Y'all. I don't know how I'm gonna review this. I think we could just talk about it like a discussion or something. But that shit is crazy. First of all, I shouldn't have kept it on while I was asleep because I was listening. I was like, he was doing what? Like I was falling asleep. I was like, what? And then like I wrote right here. Wait, what did I write? Where is it? Nobody wanted to believe they respect the clean cut, nice black guy. And I put, but just as violent. Just as violent as the gangsters, just as violent as the boys with their pants down that he was telling them to pull their pants up. Just as violent, just as violent. No different. Isn't that crazy? No different. No different. He was enacting his violence on white women, some black women too, but it was violence, no different than the violence that he acted like he was above. You're the same dude. You're the same person. Y'all the same. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. And then, you know what is crazy? What I thought, I said Bill Cosby understood what he was doing was disgusting and despicable. That is the reason why he was trying to do all of this good stuff on the other end. That is I really feel like that. Yesterday when I was watching, I was just on the first episode, and I was like, that is why he was doing all of those good things. I'm doing all of these good things so you will never, ever, 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 ever think that it would be possible for me to be this violent. And he was. And he was able, people are still unable to grasp the idea that this man was a complete menace. Yeah, like crazy, crazy, crazy. What else? What else? Right, like he was the vision of black progress. Be the safe choice. He got his way in there. Was a predator. Like, that's crazy. And then the fact that you're listening to him, they said on his album, the 1969 album, It's True, that he talks about Spanish Fly. That's the first time he talked about Spanish Fly. Then they had Hamilton Morris on there, and he's a pharmacologica on Viceland, and he goes around. Baby, I would love to travel with Hamilton. He goes around to all of these different spaces in on the globe, and he tries their psychoactive drugs, their natural psychoactive drugs. He tries them, and so he's experimenting. Baby, I'll be like, every time. I used to love that show. Love that show. Anyways, so he says that it's a real thing. Spanish fly is a real thing. There's a chemical in there that when you urinate, it activates something in your nether regions that makes it feel like, ooh, I want to, like, ooh, like it does. But it's really just like a slight burning sensation, but not burning. It feels like you're being aroused. So it's a stimulation. So he goes on to Larry King Live to talk about his book called Childhood, but he is talking about Spanish Fly, and he has one chapter that he mentions Spanish Fly 15 times. And then someone says, we just mutually agreed and consciously ignored. That cognitive dissonance, I'm telling you, y'all, it really does damage. If it's like, it's weird because people really will sit there and we will like consciously understand that something is wrong with what this man is doing, but then agree to be like, well, we can separate the man from the artwork. This man was disgusting. Like, and then just sitting up there like, around all the girls with Hugh Hefner. Him and Hugh Hefner have been friends for decades. I remember Bill Cosby would host the Playboy Jazz Festival all the time. All the time, Bill Cosby. All the time. Yes, girl. Y'all remember? Bill Cosby always hosted the Playboy Jazz Festival. It says that Bill was always about progress, but he was in an industry that was making money off of the oppression of women. There was a culture where people would look away. It still is. And then you heard them say, boys will be boys. I told y'all, the excuse for the violence, the excuse for the degeneracy is built into their existence, into their socialized existence. And some of these boys to men will lean into that socialization, and very few will reject it. Very few will reject it, because when you reject it, you kind of release that privilege, because you can really be that type of man and be that misogynistic man, because there's no consequence for being misogynistic. There's no consequence for enacting violence, especially in some communities. And a lot of communities, actually, it's really a lot of communities. It's not just Black community. These people protect violent men all over and throughout their communities, literally, and praise them. And then will really like they were showing like clips, at the beginning of the episode, and I heard someone say, yeah, Bill Cosby was doing his pimp thing. That's the pimp. Like, girl, what? No, that's not cool. And it was so funny to see how people were reacting to when Barbara Walters had on her bunny ears and Hugh Downs was saying, oh yeah, you are a pretty little bunny. You're a pretty little bunny. And she was just sitting there, and it's like so cringy, but that was acceptable. And when people fight against, oh, you guys are too sensitive, they want to be able to do the things that are not acceptable. That's what they be fighting for. I want to be able to say the things that I want to say about a group of people and nobody say anything. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. I want to be able to do this to a group of people and nobody say anything about it. It's wrong. And we really honestly uphold the craziest shit and ignore the craziest shit, and agree to ignore the craziest shit. For what though? That's why you always have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I upholding this? What am I advocating for? Just ask yourself, like, what are you fighting for? Like when you are in conflict, like what are you fighting for? What are you upholding when you're going back and forth with people in the comments? Step outside of yourself and ask yourself, what am I fighting for? What am I in conflict for right now? What am I trying to uphold? What am I trying to tether myself to? What am I trying to tether my identity to and uphold? What am I doing? And why am I doing this? Why am I saying it's okay because the women are not like, I've heard a lot of things that people were saying about the women because they were white, right? And had he been doing this type of stuff to Black women, to more Black women, it probably would have gone unnoticed. But it did go unnoticed. Like nobody was saying anything, and they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. And it's crazy that simultaneously there's a Hugh Hefner documentary, a Playboy documentary going on. At the same time, his Homeboys documentary is going on too. And they no different from Jeffrey Epstein. Women and children. That's why it's so important on shows like Love and Hip Hop, when somebody speaks up for a child, y'all don't try to silence the people and try to protect the man. And when the man is actually, what he's doing is harmful. It's okay to say what he's doing is harmful without saying that he is something that he's not. It's okay to say that, because when you don't say it, then you collectively agree that it's okay. So what are you agreeing to in your effort to protect somebody? Like, come on. Like, honestly, like, I'll be trying to think, like, what do y'all be thinking about? That woman, the woman that he gave 2 pills to, she had just lost her son. She had just lost her son. He had drowned in a pool. She was hanging out with her friend. They met Bill Cosby. He gave her 2 pills. He said, here, take this, it'll make you feel better. And then she said, her head started bobbing like this. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't act like, let me tell you something. This idea that, oh, they know what they getting themselves into. Let me tell you something. If I know what I'm getting myself into, right? And we doing the, what is it? Quaaludes. We doing the Quaaludes. We get, if at any moment I'm unable to say, yeah, I'm with this shit, or I'm unable to say no, if I'm unable to make any decision about what's about to happen next, that does not mean I knew what I was getting myself into. Come on. You cannot say somebody knows what they're getting themselves into in order to justify violence against them. Come on, I didn't come up here to be assaulted. I came up here to have a party. So don't tell me because I came up here to have a party that I agreed to being assaulted. Come on, y'all. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Is it too much? Okay. All right. All right, let's see. I still haven't watched Kanye's documentary. Okay, that we already talked about that. Okay, Cardi B thanks jurors. Okay, we already talked about that. Oh, this one all the way down. I need to unsubscribe these or untag these. Okay, there's Julia Fox in them. All right, so who's next? Oh, Nick Cannon, child. Nick Cannon confirms he's expecting 8th child with Bree CC. Is that her name? TC. Ticey admits he was conflicted about announcing the birth due to his son Zen's passing. Nick Cannon confirms he's expecting an 8th child. Okay, girl. So I don't know what to say. Okay, so what did I say? What did I say about Nick Cannon when I first heard them? I'm trying to think of my first reaction was that how many fatherless homes has Nick Cannon created? That's one. That was my first thought when I'm like, okay. The second thought is that this is a ego thing. This has everything to do with Nick Cannon's ego. This has nothing to do with wanting to build a community to have babies to raise to be upstanding citizens in society. This is completely and fully a self-serving action that's happening with Nick Cannon. This has nothing to do with anyone else but himself. And it's odd that women are choosing to participate in that. They are choosing literally to just be vessels to assist in this man and his ego. That's all they're doing. And unfortunately, you are putting your body through that for a man to feed his ego. The fact that we are with an understanding that this woman who just lost a baby, right, Zen, that somehow Nick assumed that if he announced this person's pregnancy, that somehow it would make someone jealous, or one is more important than the other. Did you hear what he said? Hold on, let's listen to what he said.
One of my children are just as special as the other. I try. It's never a competition.
It's never a competition. Where would that idea come from if not you had it in your brain? What would give you the idea that announcing a birth would feel like a competition to one who just lost a child? How would you wrap competition around that idea? How? Unless that's what it's about. Something is not right, and I don't think that it is healthy that what he's doing. I think the children, when they get old enough, they will speak about their experience and how they developed through all of this. The fact that that woman, the one who lost the baby, the fact that she says it's just been her family supporting her, it's almost as if you don't have a baby from me because you don't have a relationship with this person. I would love to know, honestly, and another thing that popped into my head, and I'm going to say this before I forget, I don't think that Nick Cannon is having sex with these women. I don't. I don't think he's having, he might be. I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Because if he is, it would seem like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think, that was my first thought. Like, I was like, I don't feel like he's having sex with these women. I feel like they are being impregnated a different way. I don't know. I mean, we can't go without saying that it is another non-black woman. And this is a man that claims that his is, you know, I don't know how you can have pride and want to build a legacy and simultaneously erase yourself. I don't understand that. But that's what happens when you're in this system. It's like you're in this system and you are really saying out your mouth that you have pride, but you are upholding this illusion, right? You're upholding this illusion so that you procreate, so that you can create and see that, oh, I can create babies who look like this. Even though I look like this, I don't believe that I should duplicate this and replicate this. I want to find something and erase myself. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But when you operate and acknowledge and agree that whiteness is superior, you are going to walk through life and attempt to procreate and make a bunch of babies while saying out your mouth, I'm building a legacy and I'm da 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 da, but you're not even replicating yourself. How does that work? Anyways, y'all, I'm about to go. Take care of each other and protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.